Ladies and gentlemen, our first match on today's program is a tag team action match. Already in the ring from Beverly Hills, California, weighing 225 pounds, the ever-popular Buddy Lane. His tag team partner is from Miami Beach, Florida, weighing 220 pounds, rock and roller Wayne Gillis. And their opponents making their way down to the ring area, known as the Cuban Commandos. Introducing first from Martinique, weighing 245 pounds, Jerry Morrow. His tag team partner is from Havana, Cuba, weighing 235 pounds, the Cuban Assassin. And they are the current North American Tag Team Champions. Your referee for this match is Bernie Richard.
Well, here we are at ringside. Gare Maxwell joining you, the Cuban Commandos, fresh from their assault on former partner Leo Burke last week. Here they are in action defending their North American tag team belts against the likes of Buddy Lane and the rock and roller Wayne Gillis. And I'll tell you, fans in the Maritimes have really soured on the likes of Jerry Morrow and the Cuban Assassin, the Cuban Commandos, after what they performed on Leo Burke. Front cranial surgery. Cuban, of course, splitting Burke's head wide open. Many of you saw it here on television last week. They were once the closest of friends. The Cuban Assassin and Leo Burke having teamed up on many occasions. One can only wonder at this point what happened to affect the relationship of the Cuban Assassin and Leo Burke. And in fact, the relationship between the Cuban Commando tag team and the pride of the Maritimes, Leo Burke. It's something that we will touch on later in this program. For now, let's concentrate on the action in the ring as Wayne Gillis takes down Jerry Morrow. A new tag team, Buddy Lane and Wayne Gillis. They're getting a crack here at those North American belts. And, of course, they go in as the underdogs against this very potent and, in fact, lethal combination of the Cuban Assassin and Jerry Morrow. Wayne Gillis with a headlock on Jerry Morrow, and great move by Gillis, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my, Wayne Gillis with some outstanding wrestling maneuvers. And the fans are just loving it. The Cuban Assassin trying to interfere, and he paid the price. Jerry Morrow and the Cuban Assassin have made themselves a lot of enemies. And now Morrow climbing back into the ring to face rock and roller Wayne Gillis. There's a tag. Morrow and the Cuban Assassin did make the tag. Cuban may be holding a foreign object. I thought I saw the Cuban Assassin reach to the boot. Referee Bernie Richard checking for a possible contraband. The fans at ringside are convinced that the Cuban Assassin is carrying some sort of concealed object. Now here's Buddy Lane in against the Cuban Assassin. There is absolutely no need for the Cuban Assassin to resort to these kind of tactics. But he has obviously joined the dark side of professional wrestling, and now will stop at nothing to gain a victory. There's Buddy Lane, a beautiful flying drop kick, and another. Buddy Lane with all kinds of heat on the Cuban assassin. Here's a tag, and Jerry Morrow slowly climbing into the ring, and he's welcomed with an arm drag, and down goes Jerry Morrow. We'd like to mention all the cards and letters we're receiving here at World Grand Prix Wrestling. They are certainly welcome. We had a great note from Charlottetown the other day, and we certainly hope to be in the Charlottetown Forum in the near future. And if you care to write to us here at World Grand Prix Wrestling, you can do so. I'll give you a moment to get your pen and paper ready, and I'll give you the address as we watch Buddy Lane ready to tag up with rock and roller Wayne Gillis. Lane with an armbar here on Jerry Morrow. And now he's reversing the hold. Applying pressure to the left arm, and here's the Cuban assassin in to interfere. And the Cuban assassin and Jerry Morrow. And look at this. Wayne Gillis and Buddy Lane are going to town on the Cuban assassin and Jerry Morrow. The Cuban assassin obviously looking bewildered. And Jerry Morrow's not too sure about this situation either. This could call for a huddle on the part of the Cuban Commandos. Morrow gets back into the ring as Buddy Lane goes to work. Here's a tag, and in comes Wayne Gillis. That address, incidentally, World Grand Prix Wrestling, care of ATV, 191 Halifax Street, Moncton. That's World Grand Prix Wrestling, care of ATV, 191 Halifax Street in Moncton, New Brunswick. Now, here's the Cuban assassin for an object. No question. No question about it. I saw it in plain view. The camera picked it up. There he is again, reaching into the trunks. Reaching into those combat fatigues. And there was no doubt about it. The Cuban assassin is carrying a concealed weapon. Referee Bernie Richard apparently unaware. The fans, of course, are going crazy at ringside. Buddy Lane, I think, is trying to tell referee Bernie Richard that the Cuban assassin has a weapon. Now here's Jerry Morrow from on high. Buddy Lane in to interfere as Morrow is going for the pin. Jerry Morrow in against rock and roller Wayne Gillis. Here's Gillis off the rope, and a double clothesline from the Cuban Commandos. Buddy Lane trying his best to encourage Wayne Gillis, who there is victimized by a neck breaker. In comes Lane to put the boot to the head of Jerry Morrow and break up that pin attempt. Here's Morrow whipping Gillis off the rope. Gillis able to come back. Let's see if Gillis can make it for the tag. Yes! And here comes Buddy Lane. Lane for the chop. And down goes Jerry Morrow hard to the mat. Cuban assassin has thoughts of going from the top rope, but he does so the hard way. And now Buddy Lane has Morrow going head first into his partner. Morrow now whipping Lane off the ropes. Jerry Morrow is once again climbing those top ropes. Jerry Morrow having difficulty against Buddy Lane, and now Lane has joined Morrow. And look at this suplex. Wayne Gillis in to break it up with the Cuban assassin. Here's the Cuban assassin, a double pile driver. The referee, Bernie Richard, trying to restrain Wayne Gillis. 1, 2, 3, it's all over. Commandos successfully defend their title and will be right